Welcome, Virgo, to your Astro Dice reading for April. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Best messages coming out. Getting ready for that that retrograde Mercury, and also that solar eclipse this month. So we've got a big month going on, full of power over here. Portals and power for sure. So, but let's get into this first, and then we will work on that solar eclipse, which will be coming up in 2 readings after this. So that beginning of the month, and then we have the solar eclipse. So best message is Aquarius coming out, Venus energy, and the 5th house. Ooh. So with that Venetian energy coming out, it's talking about the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. Ooh. With some Aquarius energy. The energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Ooh. Now watch that technological, only because you have that Mercury retrograde coming out. Going straight into the 5th house of love, where you have fun, romance, and create things you are proud of. Okay. Doing it with beauty. Indulgence. Okay. Getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Tell us what's going on over here, Spirit. And just for you guys to know, my spirit is my spirit guide, okay? Somebody had asked me, I don't know what spirits you're talking to, but it's my spirit guide, my higher self, my spirit guide, okay? We're not talking to demons or anything like that, okay? Okay, let's get in here and see what's going on over here. Ooh, 3 of Swords coming out. Ouch. Okay, well, there was some kind of heartbreak that's taking place over here in the beginning of the month. Something that had to get, something that's frustrating you about some passionate project. We're talking about the 5th house, so it could be definitely a project. It could be something you're trying to create, whether it's creating love, a hobby, whatever it is, but it does feel like something is definitely has you restless and stressed out. Yeah, definitely. Okay, and let's see what's going on. Just keeping yourself in your own emotions, being the supportive leader that you are, and being empathetic to the situation. Or you might have this King of Cups who is around you, who's being empathetic towards your emotions. It could be love as well, but definitely feeling that self-love and trying to keep that tolerance as much as possible, because whatever it is, this frustration, is really weighing you down, some kind of conflict or stress. Clarifying on the 3 of Swords is, having kind of a little bit of lack of faith when it comes to the 5th house for you. Whether it's where you're going to have fun and get out and do something, or romance, or create things you're proud of. It could even be that, you're with this King of Cups, and even though they're frustrating you, it could be that they're still trying to support you through the situation, even though you guys are, kind of going at it. Or it could be your friend, take it how it resonates. But there is a lot of self-doubt when it comes to this situation. There is some kind of ignoring the call, though, when it comes to the judgment. It's almost like maybe you should be somewhere, but you're not there, so you're just kind of ignoring that. It just feels like you're kind of overcommitted to the situation. I do feel like there is somebody around you who is disorganized, or it's making you very disorganized. And so now you're becoming even more frustrated because all the things that are going on is causing inconsistencies, right? So it could even be inconsistencies with your own emotions, right? Because now you're saying, oh my gosh, you got me out of balance, even though I'm trying to keep myself balanced. And trying to keep my emotions strong. So take that how it is. In the mid-month, it's regret. Let's see, why do we have regret? Feeling a little loss and grief about the situation, a lot of disappointment of what's gone on in the beginning of the month in the 5th house. There's going to be a lot of delays and lack of motivation. I think that you're really looking for that freedom loving, but I feel like with the Aquarius, it's more of a rebellious energy coming through for you. But I do feel like you are wanting that freedom loving. You are wanting to feel like I can jump out of this, out of this, this box, right? So that I can go do what I want. Because the reason I say that is because of the death card. The death card says, I want this to end so that we can have this change, this transformation. I want this cycle to end. So it's almost like you're kind of waiting for maybe a reconciliation to happen, or get this unfinished business done. Whatever the situation is, you want something better. So clarifying, yeah, holding tight to the situation, trying to move on from it. But yet there's a lot of direct communication when it comes to this. And it's almost like, but I have to clear my mind. But the only way that you can feel like you can really clear the air with this person is if they can actually come to you and actually want to clear the air with you as well. Okay, and the end of the month, speak thy truth. Yep, there's extra responsibilities when it comes to the situation. You might feel very overloaded and overburdened with this, feeling like you're going to take a withdrawal. That's it. You're going to withdraw within the situation. You're going to back up, whether you're ghosting them or not, or whatever the situation is. You're taking time out. So it's kind of like taking time out to be with yourself, introspect the situation. Everything's going to go very quiet, very quick, right? Because you're taking it very moderate, and you're being very sensible about the situation. It's like, I've kind of had enough now. So now you're saying I've had enough about the situation. So definitely looking for that self-improvement to the situation, looking at what you really truly desire about the situation. That Venus is really going to come in and say, so what are you reflecting on, and what is it that you truly want? Giving back the self-love to yourself and not allowing anyone to steal your power when it comes to this situation. Empowering yourself, however it is, whatever that happened in the beginning of the month, right? Whether it was a person or just a project or your band that you guys are not getting along, however it is. I'm really thinking about the situation and having that sudden awareness. It's almost like as soon as you back up and you take that moderation, you can see it from a different point of view. And you're definitely, there's that nurturing that situation and really finding what it is you truly want and being more supportive, almost being more reliable to yourself about the situation though too, because I think what this is really going to do is say, you know what, I definitely have to look at this from a different point of view, because I can't deal with this anymore. And then you will make your swift decisions on how things are going to move and what things are going to come to you. And it does feel like you're going to have a lot of quick decisions on which way you're going to build this situation. Are we going to build on this? Are we going to just learn from this and then go in different directions? Are we going to collaborate and come back together about the situation? How is this, you know what I mean? So that way it's not so overwhelming anymore, because whatever happened in the very beginning of the month, my friends, overwhelmed you a lot, right? And it just kind of made you really lose your footing and lose focus, right? Yeah. So definitely aligning yourself. And it even says, you know what, there may have been too many choices in the end or in the very beginning as well, where you were getting confused. There even could have been someone that was kind of diluting the situation or adding too much illusion to the situation, where it was going to be hard to even, do anything. Literally can't do anything, right? And that's where the self-doubt is. Well, maybe I was giving this maybe you had higher expectations about something, right? And it just ended up kind of being an illusion and then caused confusion. So now it says you're kind of like going backwards to kind of look at things and say, okay, you know what, let's go back to the past over here and see exactly where we lost our footing. Why did this go this way, right? So it's kind of like retracing steps to the situation. Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like before you abandon the situation. Because it's saying, I want to walk away from the situation, but I want to look at it first before I do anything. That's literally what it's saying. Yeah. It's almost like I'm going to abandon this project, or I'm going to walk away from this whole situation no matter what. Yeah, because of self-doubt. There it is again. Whatever it was, it caused this kind of weakness. This energy of weakness and over raw emotions, which we've seen over here too. I was trying to keep my emotions strong. Somebody might have even got a little too over prideful about the situation, which ended up, backfiring. But yeah. Ooh. So yeah, definitely disconnecting yourself, using your intuition to see what, what's real and what's really there, what was hidden, what did I miss within the situation? Why did this do this? But then it's almost like, yeah, I like that, because then you have the Page of Cups that says, well, then this information comes in that makes you very curious about a situation. You're going to play small on that situation, though, because you just walked away from this one situation. So therefore, but this information is very exciting. And it's almost like now I'm looking at it a different way, and I'm looking at different things. And as soon as I look at it different ways, a new door opens towards the situation. But it's almost like you don't want to be over self-confident about the situation, because maybe you were before. So that's why you're kind of like playing it small. Huh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So you're kind of like, I'm just going to kind of chill over here. As soon as I chill, everything kind of just kind of rolls together. Well, you know what they say, though. Emotions are high, intelligence is low. So now you're going to get your intelligence high, but you're going to leave your emotions out. And then all of a sudden, as long as your intelligence is not too high. But I think the big thing on this one is actually going to be really about the balance, right? The balance of the emotions with the intelligence, right? So that way you can see what you need to see, but also feel what you need to feel at the same time, right? Because the Venus coming in with over emotions, right? So that's very interesting. That's a very interesting scenario right there. And it makes 100% sense. I mean, I talk about it all the time. If your emotions are too high, you're not going to be able to use your intellect too well. So this one says, no, we're going to look into the cup, but we're going to keep balanced about the situation. And that's because of the High Priestess, though, too, because when you're balanced, your intuition can therefore open, because now you have everything balanced out. Just like you're connecting, right? Love that. Pure connection to yourself and to your higher self. And then boom, here it comes. It's like, here I am. I have this, I need to talk to you about this situation. And this situation is a very good situation. Huh. But yeah, you just almost like, but I don't want to plan for anything right now. I just want to continue with my foresight. I want to continue to look at it from this point of view, because I don't want to get stuck like I was in the past. I just got out of something that I didn't see properly, or it wasn't working properly for me, this relationship, that, whatever it was. Okay, guys. Beautiful reading. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.